Ну что, всем привет, всем привет. Как давно, как же давно живем. На это были причины, но мы просто отдыхаем. Все заслуживают отдыха, когда это необходимо. Но мы возвращаемся в строй. Мы начинаем нашу стримерскую деятельность с прекрасной игры, которую я все жду, когда нам станет доступно DLC, потому что очень хочется сыграть. Посмотреть, как там Орфей устроился. Ну, давайте тянуть, запускать. А пока игра запускается, расскажите, как дела. Если кто-то в чате. Включаю игру. Возможно, будет громко. Мы сделаем вот так. Вот так. Боже, как я скучала по этой игре. Я слушала, я добавила себе плейлист из этой игры и просто упивалась песнями оттуда. Давайте не медлить, давайте начнем. Второй акт уже.
Hey, Freddy.
Hey.
Is everything okay?
Not really. I felt like crap after you left. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world without me.
А чё? А что происходит, собственно? А что было? Это потому что... А в смысле? Она же в первый раз тоже с нами не пошла в этот... Underworld. Клуб. Не настоящий Хейдс. Ну, окей. Это точно нет, потому что она подумает, о, значит, мы сможем с ней пойти, а если вы помните, а если не помните, я напомню, то мы решили, что Фредди не будет участвовать в нашей жизни, в этом прохождении, потому что мы хотим, чтобы Фредди жила нормальной жизнью. Давайте мы такой будем, потому что мы вот это отвечали, я помню. Ну, ты
Don't
давай.
even sweat it, Freddy. This isn't exactly a normal situation.
That's true. I got carried away by your magical song as in our usual kind of fight.
Just wait until Kaz and Brian hear about this.
Nuh-uh. No, the band can wait. First, tell me everything that happened since I saw you last. Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
That's what I said.
And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a little volatile.
Ну, мы не виноваты, что мы в прошлое прохождение тусили с Аполлоном. Персифону можно понять, поэтому мы остались с ней. Вот, я отвечу это, потому что мы не то чтобы с ней так близко общались, и не то чтобы мы имеем против нее, у нее есть свои
She
причины.
has her reasons. I just hope I don't end up on her bad side again.
You'll figure your way out of it. You're still you.
I am still me. That's true.
So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, come by Olympus. I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Ну, вот это да.
I just spoke to him at the Underworld. If he wanted something, why didn't he just talk to me there?
Because he's creepy and wants to get you alone?
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddie.
The muse! Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Так, ну что? Что мы делаем? Что? Мы можем пойти сначала к Аполлону. В конце мы пойдем к Пану. Потому что мы с ним романсим. Либо сначала пойти к Персифоне, обговорить с ней дела, и только потом пойти к Аполлону. Я считаю... Куда мы шли первый? К Персифоне... Вроде мы к Персифоне сначала шли, а потом к Аполлону. Давай сходим к Персифоне. Я не знаю. А может сначала к Пану сходим? Я пойду к Пану. Все, нам оттягивай.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
How many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give up my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the week.
Right. Good point. I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here, or...?
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
You asked me to meet you here?
I did. As I recall, you owe me a favor that I now wish to collect, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, sure. I'm totally in a position to help others right now. Lay it on me.
Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself. A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
This Hecate, do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
And if she's not of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
This person I'm to help, what does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly, and with open arms.
Greet the world with open arms. Так. Я прошу прощения, что я молчу. Я очень сонная, если честно. Я пробуждаюсь только ближе к вечеру. Вот, поэтому, ну, в этой же игре, в принципе, не надо ничего активного обсуждать, делать. Поэтому мы просто чилим, мы просто наблюдаем за историей, мы просто слушаем песенки. Хорошие, так сказать, сон. Ну вот, это оно играет. У меня мозг все еще спит. Хорошее начало для разгона стримов. Вот. Oh my.
You're saying you can talk me into anything?
Anything you would enter into willingly and with eyes wide open, which covers a great deal. Yes.
That's surprisingly ethical of you, Pan.
I find consent wildly attractive, Grace.
Чего надо АСМР записывать? У него такой голос, не знаю, шершавый. Мне не нравится АСМР, но его можно послушать. Книги пусть озвучат.
I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Окей. Так, мы все еще можем пойти в реликвариум, либо пойти поговорить с Персефоном и Аполлоном и сказать, тут такое дело. Пойдемте к Аполлону, а потом после него заскочим. Или лучше сначала, я не знаю, пойдем к Аполлону. К Аполлону. Привет.
Grace,
Yeah, told you she'd be back.
what are you doing here? When you stayed with Persephone, I thought that... Well, I didn't expect to see you again.
Ну вот и мы. Хорошо, что мы не агрессивны в прохождении. Что мы ему ответим? Друзьяшки, проверить его. И давай будем друзьями. Ну что такое? Я хочу со всеми дружить. Ну давай.
Why? Just because I think Persephone can help me, we can't still be friends?
Is that what we are, Grace? Friends?
А ты
You
что
helped
думал?
me. You brought me to Persephone. I'd say that qualifies.
I'm not sure I've helped you. All I've done is dropped you in Persephone's lap.
What, and that's bad?
Yes. Well, no. I can never be objective when it comes to my family. They bring out the worst in me. It's why I avoid them whenever possible, and why I should have resisted getting dragged into all this.
Не, ну слушай. Ну мы теперь харизматичные дамы. Мы теперь вот это будем отвечать.
Apollo, everything you sang about still applies, even if you got angry.
I know.
We all make mistakes. You pick yourself up, and you try again for Calliope's sake.
I'll think about it, Grace. I promise. For now, you're in far better hands.
I'll hold you to that. Don't think I won't.
Классно поговорили. Окей. Пойдем к Персефоне. Как это назвать? Как ее назвать? Наставница? Попечительница?
Oh, back already, are you? It's just as well. I've asked around, called in some favors, just enough to get an idea of what all the idols are currently up to. Much as I'm loath to admit it, I'm back to thinking Pan may be our prime suspect after all.
Как ты смеешь на его пуке? Как ты смеешь? Так. Давай сначала спросим, потому что мне кажется, это все равно появится. Давай спросим.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
I did. It doesn't seem like his style. Pan has always preferred scheming over direct confrontation. But the thing is, how did he know about you so quickly? What does he hope to gain by sticking his nose in?
A favor or two, I guess.
Half the idols owe him a favor or two. No, he's up to something else. Until I know what it is, I can't discount the possibility that he's involved in all this.
I actually went to see Pan at Olympus. I guess that wasn't such a great idea?
It depends. What did he want this time?
He asked me to repay the favor I owe him by helping someone at a place called the Reliquary.
A reliquary. Interesting. I wonder what his angle is.
Пойдем со мной.
What's so interesting about the Reliquary?
It's a magical library of sorts. Who knows why Pan's interested in it? My suggestion? Do as he asks. At the very least, Hecate might prove to be of help to you, if it's written in her bloody book.
Her book?
You'll see. I want to send you to a party, Grace. One Aphrodite is holding.
Ooh.
She and Eros know Pan perhaps better than anyone. If you go, it'll give you a chance to find out what he's really up to.
Ну, то есть, я не могу. Если мы, значит, с Аполлоном, он такой, Грейс, нам нужно на вечериночку. Если мы с Персифоной останемся, она тоже такая. Она не предлагает, она такая, я тебя отправлю на вечеринку. Обожаю. Так.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
She and I don't get along.
Like how you and Apollo don't get along?
Even more intensely than that. I once said some things about her husband. They were true, but unwelcome.
I guess.
Suffice it to say, if I showed up at Aphrodite's party, revealing...
Или она не про Ариса, а про Гефеста. Господи, эти мужья Афродиты.
Pan's secrets would be the last thing on her mind.
Так.
Why a party? Couldn't I just go wherever she lives and ask her?
You could, but if you go to this party, she'll be grateful. She holds it from time to time and always asked Calliope to attend, but Calliope never would. You can put two and two together. A grateful Aphrodite might be willing to tell you what Pan is really up to.
One wild party with a goddess of love coming up.
It's less of a wild party and more of a somber affair.
You mean like a cocktail party?
Let me put it this way. Apollo will likely be there.
Gotcha. Expectations of fun downgraded considerably. I'll let you know what I find.
Блин, как же мы сдружились с Персифоной. Блин, мы можем все еще пойти в Великвариум? Опять поговорить с Персифоной? Зачем-то? Зачем? А, ну, после вечериночки Афродиты. Давайте на вечеринку. Оу. Я не хочу вечеринку. Нам придется убить Афродиту. Так, один стоит. Привет.
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace? You're here.
Yeah, I'm invited, aren't I?
I'm just surprised you even knew it was happening.
Persephone said I should come to this. Whatever this is.
Persephone didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised?
I don't like the sound of that. What am I missing?
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu, recollections that aren't your own?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
Seems like the sort of thing you should tell a new idol.
New idols are usually chosen. You would know about this already, except...
Except Calliope was murdered.
Well, remember how old we all are. There are so many memories, so the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
You're saying I won't be me. I won't be Grace. Will I start calling myself Calliope?
Maybe. Eventually, most of us do, but most of us were chosen and prepared.
And I didn't choose this.
I understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
What does this have to do with the party?
Я не могу, извините. Извините. Почему здесь... Я заметила, что здесь все парни, кроме Пана, стоят в этой неловкой позе. Запомните, как стоит Аполлон. Идем. Почему? Почему вы так стоите? Первый. Так, как назад. Второй. Меня все устраивает.
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
When you say she's gonna pass on her eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye. At least for a while.
Do you support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war, and eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse. If this is the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
Ruthlessness. Поймут не все.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift...
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past, while she still remembers it.
Wait. Persephone said Calliope always refused to come to these parties.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder. It was a point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be grateful you're here. Trust me.
I don't know, Apollo. I don't like the whole idea.
You want her help, don't you?
Yes, but...
At least speak with Aphrodite before you make a final decision. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like. Just try to relax, Grace.
Sure, yeah. Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
Так. Либо Эрос, либо Аполлон. Угу. Ну, пойдемте опять с Эросом. Но в этот раз мы ему скажем. Нет. Ну или как там. Как пойдет. Стоит грустный такой.
Grace!
Hey, Eros. Nice to... Oh. Okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much you have no idea.
Apollo told me. Calliope always refused to come to these things, right?
Yeah, no matter how much Aphrodite begged. Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
Hey, I understand. This can't be easy.
She's the one who is suffering. I shouldn't be complaining. I just hate this. I'm there every day, going through it all with her. The nightmares, the panic attacks, the weeks when she just won't get out of bed. I'm there when she forgets the war's over, and I hold her until the screaming stops. Me. I do that.
That sounds awful.
And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
No, it's okay. I wouldn't usually talk about it, but I know you don't mean any harm. What happened is that Brother Ares happened. He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jackbooted mortals, so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols. Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Точно, я уже забыла то, что тут Арис дров наломал. То, что он... Что Арис, что Аид какую-то дичь творили. Блин. Ну, ладно, у всех есть, видимо, право делать свои образы персонажей. В этой игре мы видим таких вот Аида и Ариса. Да, мне вообще обидно за Аида, ну ладно. Ладно.
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
She didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus?
No. Should I?
God of smiths. He could make anything, any tool or weapon. He was Aphrodite's husband, and he adored her. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
Wait, they tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
Then this deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all. We never saw him again. That was the deal. He would leave, make their precious weapons, and never look back. Aphrodite never even got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together. But now he's all she can think about.
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
To die? I've asked that so many times. She's tried magic, drugs, psychotherapy, meditation, everything we could possibly think of. For a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin and the memories return, more with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Maybe I just don't understand, but isn't this like suicide?
Some of the idols have committed suicide. They let themselves die without passing on their eidolon.
What happens?
What you'd expect. They're gone. Forever. Mother says she can't do that. She won't. Not until she sees Hephaestus again, I suspect. Not that what's happening here is anything casual. She still has to die for a while.
Так, чатик. Продублирую то, что я отметила в ТГ. Где, кстати, бот, который должен... А я же не сделала. А надо сделать команду, которая, да, которая, как бы, ну... Давайте сейчас это сделаем. Все, там, делов-то. Короче, после того, как мы пройдем второй акт, мы пойдем в Sims. Мы пойдем в Sims, чтобы делать персонажей, штуки, которые я задумала. Да. Возможно, это будет секретный стрим, потому что я хочу включить музыку. Итак, нам нужен Nightbot, нам нужна команда. Не таймер, а то будет спам. Команда. Cooldown такой. Submit. Давайте проверим. О! Прекрасно. Вот чатик. ТГ. Все объявления делают. Какие игры ждут. Что у нас вообще происходит. Вот. Добавляйтесь, подписывайтесь, участвуйте в обсуждениях. Так. Возможно, надо сделать еще и таймер. Надо сделать таймер. Угу, на английском. Нет, я неправильно делаю, я не там пишу. Вот так вот. Так вот. Ну, 30 минут. Да. Ой. Вот. Ну вот мы и наделали делов. Окей. Давайте возвращаться в игру.
You sound like you don't approve of what Aphrodite's doing.
What I want is for her to not hurt anymore.
Я хочу напомнить, то, что мы объяснить. Не будем мешать Афродите делать то, что она задумала. Если ей так хочется, значит, мы будем делать так, как она хочет, а не как хочет Эрос. Но я, в принципе, понимаю его грусть, его переживания и почему он хочет это все исправить.
What I want is for this to end. She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
What if you're wrong? What if she decides not to do this and it keeps getting worse?
Then I'll be with her to help her reach the other side.
If she can.
Мне нравится то, что Эрос хоть просит нас, помоги, пожалуйста, Грейс, переубеди маму. Но вот мы задали вопрос, типа, что если ты прав, что если ты не знаешь свою маму? Он такой, окей, типа, я буду с ней рядом.
Yeah. If she can. It's a lot to ask. I'll understand if you can't. All I want, one way or another, is to get through tonight.
Ой, я сижу, заслушалась. Где пан? Погоди. В смысле? А где пан? Или он потом будет? Бляха-муха. Ай-яй-яй. Ай-яй-яй. Он потом будет, я надеюсь.
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister and brother and mother.
Well, yes, but...
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
That would be Pan. But yes, I feel very much out of place.
Why is that exactly? Wouldn't you feel more like you belonged after 1,000 years together?
Is your assumption that all those centuries bring great wisdom?
Don't they?
We get older. We have more to forget. We hold grudges longer. But wiser? No. Not so far.
I spoke to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the new Aphrodite crumble, piece by piece, only to start all over again. It's so different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
I should get back out there.
Ой, ну окей, все, идемте. К Афродите. Афродите.
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh! What manners I have. Grace, Grace, meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus, and yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
Hi. I have to admit, it'll be weird watching this happen the, proper way.
Because I'm chosen?
Yeah. I wasn't. Not like this, anyhow.
Yeah, Lady Aphrodite told me. I'm so sorry, that sounds awful.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
I just want to say, I'm really sorry that this happened to you, that you need to do this.
A babe in our dreary world, and yet already possessed of such earnest purpose.
Weren't you opposed to this, Grace?
Apollo! Oh, you've come after...
Это что такое было? Это что такое было? Мы просто сказали, что нам жаль. Это что... Ты откуда вылез вообще? Залезь обратно.
You look remarkably well, cousin.
I've had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case. As for you, Grace, have you gathered the true purpose of tonight's gathering?
To ease your suffering? To forget about what happened?
An escape into the soothing blackness. To swim in Lethean waters, at least for a time.
Does it help?
I don't know. Each Aphrodite before me begged for mercy. This is all I can do for all of us. Even so, tonight is not about the pain. It is about honoring the memory of what was while that memory still persists. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Так, с Аполлоном поговорить опять с Вен... Герой. Винес. Пойдемте. Господи, слюна чуть не убила.
I should apologize, Grace. Saying that I was chosen like I'm somehow more special, I really didn't mean it that way. I hope you can... I'm sorry. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady after...
Мне нравится то, что тут такой стиль рисовки, типа вроде упрощенный, да пипец как, то есть типа тени прям не знаю, как это обозвать. Обычные тени, но при этом ты понимаешь, что у Грейс кожаная куртка, у Грейс и просто черные волосы там, а какие-то сине-черные. У Венеры дреды, хотя буквально просто пятнышками сделали косички на фоне черного, и ты такой, дэм, как достичь такого же? Как ей усложнять свои рисунки? Поэтому, блин, эта игра не только вдохновляет на музыкальное творчество, но еще и на рисовательное.
Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
Having second thoughts? If so, now's probably the time to mention it.
I would never do that to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
I'm not sure. It happened so fast, I didn't know what to think. Calliope died, and then all this happened.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
How do you know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, and she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, like, amazing dress. And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. Like, they were old friends or something. I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
That's it? Just like that?
Yeah. She came back to the shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
Your name's really Venus, huh?
Everybody asks me that. Even the other idols. Maybe that's why Lady Aphrodite noticed me in the first place. She says it was fated to be. I say it's because my mama was a diehard hippie.
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Eros called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
Нет, мы не будем ее переубеждать. Или она может сказать нам что-то другое. Откуда мы знаем? Ну давайте Грейс, ты считаешь, что типа... не знаю. Блин, какая музыка! Просто можно часами тут сидеть и эту скрипочку слушать. Это же не скрипка, а... контрабас, может? Виола, виолончеля. Как их там называют?
But don't you feel this is wrong? I mean, you're ending your life. It's like some kind of murder-suicide pact.
I don't think of it like that. Lady Aphrodite is not committing suicide, and I'm not being murdered.
Aren't you? Your life is ending. It's being taken over, swallowed up by Aphrodite's grief.
I'm becoming part of something bigger, something amazing. Or maybe you're right. It'll be terrible, and I'll end up in so much pain I'll regret it.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me.
Hello. Hello.
Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will...
Клэрут проходим. В плане. Мы романсим Пана, и сейчас мы будем помогать Афродите уйти спокойно спать. С паном, рогатым.
be different.
Так, пойдем. Мы сговорились с ним? Нет, мы не говорились. Пойдемте поговорим с Аполлоном. Это мы смотрим.
Back again.
I don't think I'll have a chance to talk to Aphrodite.
Я не знаю, ты видела ТГ или нет, но после этого мы пойдем в Sims. Секретный стрим. Будем делать всякое. Потому что я заготовила.
Not before, you know.
Not surprising. Surely Persephone must have realized that.
How? She's never been to one of these things. Anyway, I'm not sure what I'd do now.
You have two choices, Grace. Either you do as she asks and sing her to her rest,
At which point Venus won't have Aphrodite's memories yet.
or you somehow convince her to remain with us and hope she's grateful.
And doesn't regret it. Or get angry at me for ruining her party.
Do what you feel is right. It's a risk either way.
Спасибо, помог.
Have you spoken with Venus? She seems really...
Nice, earnest, a genuinely good person.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not an accident. Ever since the war, Aphrodite has sought out the kindest, the most innocent souls to be her successors. She chooses them because she believes that over time, it might make her a better person. A more worthy person.
Wouldn't it be better if she chose people who were, I don't know, more resilient?
I suppose that depends on your definition of strength, Grace.
I should get back out there.
Ну все, пора петь. Пора петь. К сожалению, грустную музыку для нас.
I have tried so hard, fought for so long, but in the end, I must bid you all farewell once again. But before I go, I would like us all to remember the sacrifices that brought us here, to this strange new world. This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided.
Ну, погнали.
We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong, we were wrong. Our so-called brother Ares sold his soul forevermore. He so loved the military, he became their dog of war. He denounced his loving family, and with mortal guns and greed, on a plate gladly delivered everything that war dogs need. He betrayed us and we let him, and with their mortal souls long gone, we thought we were untouchable. We were wrong, we were wrong. I can feel we have the vigor of an idol coming in. Be wary as they find you too and tear you limb from limb. Torture you and spit at you, parade you in a square. I thought my life was over, then a God answered my prayer. The man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred rescued me from hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me. He struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave to me.
Я что-то не понимаю эти выборы. А мы к чему вообще клоним? А мы что вообще решили? Что из этого нам ей поможет упокоиться, не понимаю. Вот это что, синее? Что? Я слушала песни, я читала текст. Что здесь имеется в виду? Вот здесь, видимо, подразумевается то, что надо остановиться, прекратить, типа, самоуничтожаться каждый раз. Ну, наверное, лучше вот это. Наверное. Но это как будто бы надежду дает. Первое. Согласие. Ну да, это типа борьба, а вот это вот какое-то, я не знаю, ну, здесь буквально сомнение. Ага, ну я тоже так думаю.
I can't believe what I'm hearing today. If your story stops there, I've nothing to say. I can't imagine. I feel like a child who grew up too fast. The goddess of love can't get past the past. What good is a flame when everything's ash? I can't
There's no excuse, but mortals can tell.
You know.
There's no sweet release, it's ongoing.
You know. You know.
Everyone's here to bid me farewell. Can you imagine?
I can imagine.
This really happened. I won't let you weep, you know it's too late. Sing me to sleep, pity my fate. My memories won't let me be.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment.
Step forward, sweet Venus, my angel, you know what to do. Though I live forever, for now I'll be inside of you. And while I'm sleeping, you'll be my soul guardian. Would Hephaestus thank you for your sacrifice? Would he light a candle and still fight the fight? How do we get through the night?
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment. If anyone would know about the mysteries of love, you would know. Only you can decide. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment. Lost in a moment.
Lost in a moment.
Жесть, а чё так красиво-то? Ну грустно, но красиво-то так. Блин, у меня аж мурашки были.
Are you...
I'm fine. I'm still myself. I thought there'd be something more, that I feel her presence, but she's just gone.
She'll be back. But she'll also be you. She'll be different.
I'll try to be ready. I promise.
Блин, как же красиво это было. Мне очень жаль Эроса. Sorry. Ну, нам надо было. Нам надо было посмотреть на это.
You'll get through this, both of you. Healing takes time.
Это правда.
Not if you keep resetting the clock.
Ну, мой хороший,
Grace is
мой
right.
нежный.
I'm not Lady Aphrodite. But eventually, she and I will be one. Together, we will get through this.
I hope you're right.
Обнимите Эроса.
Before we go, Apollo tells me you were hoping to find some information about Calliope's death. I'm not my mother, but maybe there's something I can tell you. Do you have any suspects yet?
Так, не гоните бочку на моего пана. Я не знаю.
Not really, no. That's why I came here. I was told Aphrodite knew almost everyone.
She does. She did.
Где мой
If she
пан,
suspected
кстати?
anyone else of being involved in Calliope's death, she would have mentioned something.
But she was suspicious of someone, and I have an idea who that could be.
Так.
You're thinking of Medusa, aren't you?
О! А от кого мы узнали, что это Медуза? Не-не-не, мы точно не пойдем. Блин. Я не знаю, какими путями идти. Ладно, сейчас выйдем к карте и будем решать.
Okay, I'll bite. Why would this Medusa be involved? And why isn't she a suspect?
She wasn't implicated in Calliope's death, no, but Mother always distrusted her.
Medusa works for Athena as, well, as a watcher. That's how Lady Aphrodite described it.
Mother always complained there was something wrong about Medusa, that she would be trouble eventually. Athena disagreed.
If you're gonna start looking into anyone, Grace, start with her.
Come now, Venus. It's been a long night. I'll get you home.
Thank you for everything, Grace. Truly. It was a wonderful song.
Ой, хороший, ой, нежный.
So, did they have anything helpful?
Maybe? What do you know about Medusa?
Medusa? That's a rather dark name to unearth. Are you thinking of seeking her out?
Нет, подождите, пана нету здесь. Он был в первый раз с нами. Что он делает и почему он не здесь? Я просто боюсь, что если мы пропустим сцену с ним? Или тут типа у каждого романтического вот это вот свои сцены. Надеюсь, что так. Но пана не было, он должен был быть на вечеринке. Что?
I am. Do you know where she is?
Not really, no. Medusa makes it her business to stay out of sight. Athena employs her as a spy master, a hound to do her bidding, a vicious hound at that. Athena's not likely to tell either of us where to find Medusa. I can't say for certain who would know. Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
Да, мой пан не пришел, вот. Со мной.
What Aphrodite went through, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the life of an immortal. It never ends.
Wow. Way to really sell it, Apollo.
I assume you'll be on your way then?
Yeah, I should probably check in.
Give my regards to Persephone when you see her.
Тут даже с ним. В смысле? Куда? А, это...
Apollo. Always so dramatic.
Oh my god.
Well done, by the way. And cheers to you, Aphrodite. You shall be missed. For a few years, at least.
Что-то новенькое, что-то спайси. Как жаль, что мы... Ладно. Потом посмотрим на Персифону. Захотим. Жесть, Грейс, what the fuck? Коньяк или что это? Виски?
I still don't know if I did the right thing.
Well, it was never up to you, Grace. The
Правильно,
choice
забери у
has
неё
always
забрали.
been Aphrodite's. She's been in hell since the war. And you were only a visitor. I remember the last time I passed on my eidolon. 1952. I was married to, well, I'd say you'd call him a gangster.
Whoa.
More of a thug. A mean, vicious little thug. Persephone saved me from him. He tore his head clean off. But not before he fired a shotgun into her chest. My chest? Whatever.
Жесть. Вот она badass. Она, это вот как быть ею?
Do you remember who you were before?
I still am her. Chastity, that is. You can see why I switched names. I remember being disgusted I was ever that weak. I mean, Persephone made me strong. But it never really goes away. We all have our sordid history, our personal horrors, building up like sediment around our souls. You can't let it bury you, Grace. You are the only one who can keep your head afloat.
Так. Извини, Персефона, но в другой раз. Она, я говорю, она нам наставница стала. Вот. Ничего такого.
Okay, yeah. Good to know. Thanks.
At any rate, you have a name. Medusa. Hadn't occurred to me, honestly. She was always Athena's creature. I'd never pegged her as potentially disobedient. I'll see if I can track down her whereabouts. In the meantime, Grace, do be careful.
Хорошо, мам. Так, поговорить с Фредди, поговорить с Персефоной. Я думаю, что... Сразу в реликвариум пойти или с Фредди поговорить? А зачем нам с Фредди говорить? Ну вот мы сходим в реликвариум, вернемся, а можно сохраниться? Нельзя сохранить. Options. Медуза. А вы чё? Как вы смеете показывать ее картинку? А вдруг это наше первое похождение? Как так-то? Так. Я просто хочу, чтобы мы выполнили эту просьбу пана, чтобы посмотреть, как он будет себя вести, когда мы пойдем к Медузе. Поэтому погнали. Реликвариум. Ты это почему... Почему она с нами?
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have...
Почему Фредди с нами?
Where the hell are we?
Girl.
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
Иллюзия выбора. Иллюзия выбора. Ничего больше. Ну, это же только первый заход в реликвариум, так ведь? Это не второй. Видимо, Фредди просто навязалась. Ну, окей.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought you here.
I live for danger.
This isn't D&D, Freddy. Some of these idols, they mean business.
Do not start dissing D&D. There is literally no better preparation for facing a world of gods and magic. Plus, my initiative is ace.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
Мне нравится то, что мы пошли решать любовные дела, когда мы после вечеринки с Афродитой. Мы такие типа, любви больше нет. После истории Афродиты. Надежды нет, любви нет. Как мы поможем Астериону? Посмотрим.
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the
Может, мы могли бы пойти без Фредди, если бы мы вообще ничего не говорили, но мне кажется, это заскриптовано, то, что Фредди знает. Просто в какие-то моменты мы можем контролировать, чтобы она с нами не ходила, например, когда мы за Медузой пойдем, когда мы в Великолепием второй раз пойдем. Я думаю.
The dark kind. Oh. But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
That sounds good, yeah. Hey, Hecate, I love your library. So much knowledge. Wow.
I bet she'll really appreciate a quality smartass.
I brought you for a reason, right?
We make a fine team, you and I.
What the fuck?
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
Осторожно, это наш парень. Вот такой вот скрытный.
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all. Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
Все, погнали.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
Да.
Meddle in love lives? Sweet Talk, the goddess of witchcraft? Freddy, who are you dealing with?
The master meddler and sweet talker.
Damn straight.
I look forward to seeing you in operation. There's no way at all this could go poorly.
Ну, привет. Скажи, это шикарный.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came!
Giant.
I am really sorry if we startled you. My name is Grace. We've never met before, but, I'm the new muse.
And I'm Freddy. Big fan.
If I broke a rule, I apologize. Pan didn't mention anything about that, I'm afraid.
You are Grace?
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Nobody told you the news? That's rude.
I do not need to be told. It has been written, and thus I know.
Has it also been written who murdered Calliope?
Murder? No, Calliope dies in a vehicle crash in your arms. It is written. Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
Look, whoever screwed up your magic book, it wasn't me.
Yeah, Grace is already getting blamed for everything.
The books cannot be tampered with. They record what is.
But it isn't.
You will explain. We will both sit, and you will explain. There will be tea.
Yay. Tea.
Curious. It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not. They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A visitor for Asterion? How strange.
Oh, are we doing guests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddy was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
I'm here on behalf of Pan. He owes you a favor? Something to do with...
No, not Pan. Nah, never heard of him.
Asterion, of course you know Pan.
No idea what he'd want. No, sir, no favours. Nah, not this Minotaur.
There you have it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
It is written.
Did you hear that? Pan sends me all this way and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
I go back to Pan and tell him the Minotaur didn't want a favor after all.
I guess, but didn't it seem really odd to you that, do you hear what I'm hearing?
Oh, you're still here? I had to run the entire... Oh, that's a long way, innit?
In it?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Why couldn't you... Wait. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Oh, this is so great. I love this.
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please, help me tell her.
Блин, как мы будем... Кошмар. Как мы будем портить его песни, признание. Это кошмар.
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Oh, mate, Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything and she always smells so good. Like, she's so nice to me and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. Well, I want to try. Oh, won't you help me?
Я хочу, но мы хотим еще посмотреть на другое прохождение.
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time I end up knocking over a table or killing a cat or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words, right? Really not good.
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead.
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Except Theseus. But he was a bellend.
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Well, sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
Я не могу.
Okay, so you're in love with Hecate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. Please say you'll help me.
И мы можем прямо тут на пороге сказать нет. Видимо, нет, потому что мы должны помочь ему.
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Well, she probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me. But just once, I'd like to be able to ask her, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you. No matter what she says. I promise.
I don't know. Doesn't this feel a little weird?
Which part?
Helping him woo her with my powers.
You heard what Pan said. You can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. You can only make them say what's in their heart.
Yeah, that's the part I can't do.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear she's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you. Even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
Okay, I have an idea.
You do? Well, you do?
You, my bullish friend, are gonna sing your little heart out.
Grace always has the best ideas.
Ну, Фредди.
I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
Так.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Just speak from the heart. Be honest. You can do it.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically, just that metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me?
Так, ну, я так понимаю, здесь он будет сам пытаться что-то сделать. Здесь позволить ему... Как это? Позволить ему справиться с этим? Ну, зеленое мы точно не выбираем. Потому что это поможет ему. Тоже выбирать. Я вообще не знаю, какие тут в данном случае варианты концовок. Ну, давай, раз мы сказали то, что он должен говорить от сердца, значит, он должен продолжать дальше. Просто продолжай.
I love it. You got this. Don't lose your nerve.
I'm too excited, it's hard to describe. I got a ball in a China shop vibe. Just breathe and take it slowly. Tell her you love her only and she can... I'm thinking out loud, aren't I?
It's okay. Just tell her what you want.
You rock my world and I'm telling you, Kate. You already know I'm the perfect
Почему у него такой вайб Джека Блэка? Это кошмар.
housemate. I've never been wary, cause nothing is scary. I'm big and I'm hairy and my head is on straight.
Okay. I have one question. From whence comes this confession? Surely you know I know so little of feeling. I've been so alone. It's all that I've known. This idea you want more has left me quite reeling.
What do now?
Chorus!
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me.
You're doing great. Give it some confidence.
Remember, Katie, that I've got your back. If ever this tower was under attack, I'd hunt them down like the old days. I'd chase them down your ways. But we could do it your way. I'm not some maniac.
It seems you desire a trial by fire. You believe I require a guard just in case. I'm a titan, you see. Such attackers would flee with but one look at me. Terror on each face.
You're not terrifying. They don't know you like I do.
That's not what she meant.
Hecate, please cast a spell on me to forget this whole embarrassing catastrophe. Underneath this bullhead's fur's a red-faced wannabe. Seriously, I'm freaking out. Grace, somebody, please rescue me.
Я не могу. Мне так его жалко. Мне так его жалко, но мы должны на это смотреть. Мы должны на это смотреть. Мучитесь со мной. Но нормально все, продолжай.
Stand back, there's nothing to see. Everyone move along. A crash of a song.
But you're wrong, make no apology. See, she hasn't disappeared. She is standing right here.
I know when I stand next to you, I don't feel like such a freak. I know you feel that way too. You're not like other gods. My love, what are the odds that we're here? Us outsiders should cheer that we found each other.
Why didn't you open with that?
Oh, was that good?
Время танца.
Hey, will you dance with me? Oh, never mind. You know, this isn't the first time I've
Мне кажется, мы что-то не то делаем.
pretended to dance with you.
Yes, a twirl.
Who thought a ball could live under a shell? I don't need your answer, you know me too well. This love is my truth and I know in my soul that the magic in here is beyond our control.
It's true, there's a part of me that yearns for more. If I had my pick, it'd be you I adore. Not all is written, powers greater than fate give meaning to what the world puts on our plate. Yet, even so, this could all go astray.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
He's bared his soul, so what's the debate? Will you let him in before it's too late?
I cannot do this, Asterion. The pain you feel now is nothing compared to what would come.
But the pain I feel now, Kate, it's killing me.
I can take it away. You need only say the word.
Do it.
Wait!
I have to do this, Grace.
Oh, shit.
I want this.
I call on the heralds of an ancient darkness to guide this sweet creature off this treacherous road. In all of creation, love is most leaden. I beg of the cosmos to lighten his load. For he...
Такой масенький стоит на ручках. Мне не нравится этот труд. Мне не нравится эта ветка. Мне не нравится. Мне так его жалко. Пипец. Стоит такой масенький, его хочется обнять, а не обижать.
may love, but will not be in love. For he may Your love was never a lie. It is simply no longer true. And I know, in my heart, I am rescuing you. The arrow of Eros I forced to undo. I put a spell on you.
Это жесть какая-то, если честно. Бедный мой хороший.
It worked. I don't love you anymore. Well, no offense, Kate. I still like you and all, but...
Once a month, I shall place a glamour so that mortals will see you simply as a man. You may go out into their realm and look for the love you so desire.
I am... Thank you, Kate. It's not what I wanted, but it's more than I deserve.
If I had known you felt so, dear friend, I would have offered it long ago. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
Что ж.
Didn't you know this was gonna happen ahead of time?
Yes, but it was also written that I would be surprised by Asterian's revelation. So I was. Those are the rules.
That is seriously weird.
It was also... what is the word? Fun? Rarely does revelry find its way into the reliquary.
You know, there is a way to repay me. I still need to find out who killed Calliope.
I fear I am oath-sworn to discuss no matters that occur within these halls.
But all I need is...
If there are revelations from my investigation into the abnormality, you shall be informed. Come, Asterian, there is much to be done. I will need my pens, a sample of blood, and you will need to dig up my cat.
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure it's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise. Say, what'd I tell you?
Whew. You still here? I'm sorry. Kate had a lot to say.
Are you sure you're okay? I mean, she made you fall out of love with her. Isn't that weird?
Oh, no. This is so much better. I just couldn't remember where I buried the cat. Right, so, I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
She did what?
No, we didn't know anything about that. Do you mean the night she died?
Oh, well, I thought you already knew. Yeah, the night Calliope died, she broke in somehow. Thing is, we know she didn't take anything or even touch anything. I just remember the alarms, and I chased after her.
Так, такое ощущение, что мы сейчас скипнем часть Медузы. Почему?
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know, magic.
I don't know magic, actually.
Oh, well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched. It was set off, so something happened in the reliquary. We just, don't know what exactly.
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
Athena knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think. We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's not the chatty type, you know. She came in all quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
Those alarms don't go off if someone breaks into the reliquary? They don't detect intruders?
Well, normally nobody does that.
Well, Calliope did. She got in somehow.
Well, she must have snuck in the back way. Where do you think I keep running from? Whatever Calliope did here, it was enough to set off the alarms. That's all I know.
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one, but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. All I know is that she was hurt, bleeding bad, but I don't know why. I wanted to help her, but she got away in the fog. Then I ran into Medusa.
Wait, what? Medusa? Here?
Yeah. Well, she's not normally here. I think maybe she was chasing after Calliope too.
What was Medusa doing here?
She was chasing after Calliope too, I think, but she wouldn't say why. I asked. She never got into the reliquary though. She was just out here in the fog.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
Интересно, у нас получается собирать историю, потому что мы в реликвариум пошли, мне кажется, в самом конце. Мы сначала пошли к Медузе, она нам сказала, то, что я там, да-да-да. Я видела Калиопу. А тут мы перейдем к Медузе, зная то, что она работает на Афину, она была здесь. Мне интересно, что получится.
How could Calliope have been wounded?
It couldn't have been Medusa, like I said. She never got close.
But Calliope was wounded inside the reliquary?
That's where the blood was. We don't have anything that would attack anyone, though.
So someone else. But they did it inside the reliquary.
If so, they vanished after.
This means Calliope came here the night she died. This is where she was attacked.
But we don't know by whom.
Well, this is the second time Medusa's name has come up. That can't be a coincidence.
Well, she's super scary, but, you know she works for Athena, right? I thought maybe that's why she was here, but Athena said she didn't know about it.
That does seem suspicious.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
You okay there, friendo?
I'm just thinking about Calliope. What happened to her here? Whatever she was trying to do, she probably didn't succeed. She ran from here, dying, maybe straight to our apartment.
Because you were her last hope.
Yeah. What if she hadn't made it? She must have known...
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go back to Pan. Tell him his favor is done.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
Pan!
Так, у нас автоматически к нему.
I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where else would I be but amongst the trees and the wild things? I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
That's why you did all this? Because you wanted some book?
Not just some book, but a tome from the forbidden depths.
I doubt Hecate would be pleased.
Oh, most assuredly not. Neither would Athena, which makes it all the more delicious. I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
It's quite the coincidence. The place you sent me just happens to be the place Calliope was attacked.
That is quite the coincidence. You must be very grateful.
It's just hard to trust a coincidence that big.
You have no reason to be suspicious. I know nothing of what happened to Calliope at the reliquary. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
Ну, конечно же, мы верим.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? This tit for tat, back and forth.
I'll enjoy it if you're enjoying it.
Well, I'm not enjoying it.
Oh my, aren't you a delight? Even if you haven't answered the question, don't think I didn't notice.
Oh,
I
shit.
never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
What if I discover you're lying to me after all?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
Какая-то, конечно.
If you're still up for trading favors, I could use more help.
Oh, of course you could. If I can make a suggestion, live the high life. Throw caution to the wind.
That's your suggestion?
And why not? It's the same as when I first met you, Grace. You can enjoy being an idol. Simply follow my lead.
О, сейчас будет песня. Сейчас будет песня. Поехали.
Oh, why not?
See now, this is why I like you. Such a sense of the inappropriate.
Почему флиртуют они, а краснее я? Извинитесь.
It is an ugly business, living among the gods. You'll always twist an arm, even if you're trying not to. And so I say, let's do it. The world, it needs that guy who is prepared to move the pieces in from every side. All of the world's on the edge of a knife. So I choose partying, there's no need for strife. So Dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance? Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance. So what, the call was close. We're both alive and well. We'll live to fight another day, as far as I can tell. And even if you don't, and I expect you won't, I promise you'll be glad you spent the night with me. So dance, little Gracie, come, won't you dance? Only so much of your life's in your hands. Haven't I helped you? The rest is chance. So come on, let's have this dance.
Do you really think I'm so hopeless? Or is it you who's afraid to show me how you really feel?
Don't be like that, Grace. We both know this is who I am. I can't change, so take it or leave it. I won't repeat it. I'm only here for the dance.
You don't have any hope for me, do you?
Извинитесь, это что такое было? Вы извинитесь. Это что? Это почему? Почему так мало? Я что-то не то нажала. Здесь нет сохранения, я не могу перезайти. В смысле? Что это было? Скажите мне. Объясните мне.
You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
I've seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story.
Ну окей. Нет. Персонаж Пана, это прям в его характере. Мне нравится то, что они тут вот не расплескали розовые сопли, такие, ха-ха-ха, вы хотели поцелуй, что ли? Ха-ха-ха. Не получится, это же Пан. Алло.
Many times. And it always ends the same way.
Извиняюсь, что опять на паузу, но, блин. И то, что он после этой песни, он такой, после этой песни, ну-ка нам... Что такое? Только после этой песни нам раскрывается. Как же хорошо.
You're hoping to find Medusa, I expect.
Changing the subject? And how do you even know about that?
I'm just trying to be helpful, Grace. In my way. You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. But do be careful if you call on her, Grace. Medusa is a hideous monster and should be treated as such.
Уф, тяжело. Как же тяжело, как же круто. Так, мы можем сходить к Персифоне, рассказать штуки, потом мы пойдем к Фредди, и только потом мы пойдем к Медузе. Пойдем к Персифоне. Персифоне. Hello.
Back from your visit to the reliquary?
How did you know I was there?
Athena was ranting about it when I left her. She's none too pleased about you breaking the rules. Let's hope what you learned was worth it. Medusa was at the reliquary that night. You don't intend to confront her directly, do you?
You think I shouldn't? How else will I find out why she was there?
There's always a way, Grace. Asking someone directly isn't the only method. Still, while I hate to say it, confronting Medusa may be your best option.
You could come with?
Блин, мне нравится то, что вообще, типа, другое прохождение получается. То, что мы не с Аполлоном, а с Персифоной скоопились. Это очень круто получается. Если бы не жесткие выборы в плане, типа, лишить Астериона любви, Афродиты, ну, прекратить этот цикл ее перерождения, мне бы, возможно, понравился бы этот род больше. Но эти жесткие выборы.
Me when I talk to her.
Trust me, if I'm anywhere within a mile, she'll have vanished by the time you so much as knock on her door. Just lie to me and say you'll be careful. On a different matter, I've had time to do some thinking. After Aphrodite's party, we never really spoke about the Eidolon and Calliope's memories. No doubt you have many questions.
Apollo told me a little about it. He did say I should talk to you, though.
Did he now? Is there anything you'd like to ask?
Блин, мне так нравится то, что Персифона нам помогает. Какая хорошая, моя нежная.
How many times have you died? Can I ask that?
We call it passing on. I've lost track of just how many times I've passed on my Eidolon. A dozen? It's happened less often in more recent eras.
And the one you told me about, the woman married to that gangster? She was the most recent?
I don't think of Chastity as a she. That was me, just as the one my husband blasted with a shotgun was also me. It was one of the few times I wasn't able to prepare my successor. We were friends, yes, but I didn't know what Persephone was, and I had no idea what I'd just become.
That must have been difficult.
It was more difficult taking over my dead husband's territory. Women weren't often mobsters in those days.
Were you really a gangster? I've heard it said, but it sounds...
Let me put it this way. I felt as if I'd been blessed by a dying woman who saved me from a prison of my own making. I didn't know what I was, but I was free. I felt more alive than I'd ever felt before, and strong enough to toss an ox 10 feet. Did I set out to become a mobster? Not exactly. My husband's friends thought I'd murdered him, however, so they came after me. And one thing led to another.
Oh, I see.
Athena found me just as my memories were starting to return. I wasn't permitted to continue doing something so noticeable, so I was carted off to Olympus. It's too bad, really. I was an excellent mobster.
Какая же... Все, окей, я хочу род с Персифоной.
Wait, you said that Persephone passed on her Eidolon as she lay dying. What if she had just died?
The Eidolon will keep us alive for a time, even in the most horrific circumstances, in hopes that there's someone to pass it on to.
What if there isn't? What if Chastity had died before you were shot?
Well, then the line of Persephone would have ended then and there. Oh, there are some stories that say an Eidolon will go wandering, that it never really dies. And who knows if there's any truth to that. It's not exactly something we've had the opportunity to study. All we know is that many idols have left us forever. They've died, and that's how it happens.
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
First, you'll have dreams. Places you've never been, people you've never met. But unlike with normal dreams, these will linger. Then they will come while you're awake. Sudden flashes or snippets of déjà vu. And sometimes it will seem so real you'll swear you're hallucinating. If there's anything difficult about the process, is that it becomes hard to differentiate between your life and all these other lives you're now recalling.
It does sound confusing.
Confusing and often unpleasant, as not all the memories will be fond ones. But that will pass in time.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Oh, how do I explain this? Grace, would you say that you are who you are because of your experiences? The things you've lived and done?
I guess so, sure.
Well, all the things Calliope has done, and those before her, will now be yours. they will feel like a part of your life as well. Thus, they can't help but shape you. The Grace that is now will be and will have done so much more. Fortunately, you don't have to deal with every memory. Each time the Eidolon passes on, the oldest memories fade, and that helps.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
Think of how old we are, Grace. If all those memories returned to you with perfect clarity, they would destroy you.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Well, far more than we remember. The further I think back, the more it becomes a bit of a blur, actually. You'll recall important moments. Some will be mixed up with the stories mortals tell, and you won't be sure which is the memory and which is the story. An idol's memory is a series of islands in a dark ocean, and they become smaller and smaller as they recede into the horizon. It sounds dire, but you become accustomed to it. It just takes time, and now you have all the time in the world.
It's a lot to consider, assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Either the trial will end poorly, in which case all of this is moot, or it will end well, and you will have plenty of time to digest.
Yeah, thanks for the update.
I'm a realist, Grace. It's what I'm best at. Now then, unless you've something else to ask.
Are you willing to talk about Hades? If you don't want to, that's fine. I'm just...
Incredibly curious how I ended up murdering my husband?
That, yeah.
You know, one might think that my hatred of Hades began when he kidnapped me and forced me to be his bride. But honestly, that wasn't it. I hated my brothers and sisters for letting it happen, but Hades himself terrified me. He had a presence. I mean, one that forever made him the most important man in the room. And me? Oh, I was nothing in comparison. When Hades began doting on me, trying to earn my favor, I swooned that he might deign to think of me that way. For centuries, I actually thought I was in love, that the kidnapping was the best thing that ever happened to me. It's funny how our perspectives change.
Блин, мне нравится то, что мы здесь посмотрели на ее перспективу, потому что в первом прохождении нам только Аполлон рассказал, типа, по слухам. Но мы, во-первых, не можем послушать Аида и выяснить, типа, чё, какого хрена ты это делал? Вот. Во-вторых, мы не послушали Персифону, потому что она на нас зуб точила. Господи, если она чуть не убила. Сука. Я смеялась. Я опять давилась слюной. Что за трэш? I'm so sorry. Я забыла свою мысль. Мне нравится. Я не могу. То, что она Персифона сама в этом прохождении рассказала, ну, что она пережила. Это очень круто. Круто, что нам дают так делать.
If you got along with Hades for so long, what changed?
I did. I grew up. I was a trophy for Hades, a conquest that he expected to remain meek and unchanging forever. He went out of his way to keep me small. I slowly realized that, he'd always been that way. Manipulation and arrogance behind the handsome sneer. We battled for centuries. I hated him, and I told him so, but he refused to part with me. He declared that I was his and would stay in the underworld where I belonged.
And that's when you killed him?
That's when I killed him, yes. The first time one idol had ever murdered another. Thank you very much.
I'm guessing the other idols weren't thrilled with you killing Hades.
Well, yeah, they didn't know what to do with me. And Athena was furious that the most powerful remaining idol had been lost. See, this was before the war and before all the new rules. The chorus had never once contemplated execution, but they certainly considered it then. In the end, they decided it was better to humiliate me. They ensured I did not benefit from Hades' murder and stripped the throne I had wrested from his grasp.
Which you weren't happy about.
I asked them where they were all those years while I pleaded for help. I was held captive, and what was I expected to do? Would lie down and take it forever because Hades was more useful to them alive? No. I stopped doing what was expected of me the day I slit his throat. May he rot in Tartarus with the Titans for all eternity.
Жесть, как же она круто это озвучила.
How did you go from ruling the underworld to opening a nightclub named after it?
I won it in a bet with Dionysus, god of merriment.
Okay, there has to be a story there.
Well, the story is that he was a fool, but a charming one with many patrons. They built him a nightclub as his personal playground. And it was a grand old time for Dionysus in the 1970s, I assure you, but he didn't know how to run a business. By the time disco was ready to die, so was his stupid club. So I offered to make it profitable. If I succeeded, he would turn ownership over to me. He accepted because, frankly, all he wanted to do was drink anyhow. I was successful. The club became mine, and I kicked Dionysus out for never paying his tab.
Sucks to be him.
Dionysus ever sobers up, he might decide to be sore about it, but so far, that hasn't happened.
What's the deal between you and Apollo? The way you two fight.
I've told you how he and the other idols stood by and let me rot with Hades, did I not?
It seems more personal than that.
Okay, there's an old saying that no one escapes the underworld. But that's not true. I did, once, not long after Hades kidnapped me. I was homesick, and I missed my mother. Charon took pity on me and allowed me across the Styx, and after that, Grace, I waded through darkness itself to get out of there. Hades chased after me relentlessly, but I evaded him, right up until I got to the very slopes of Olympus, and who do you suppose was the first idol I met?
Uh-oh.
Apollo stood there. I cried out to him, begging him not to let Hades take me, and yet Apollo did as he has always done. Absolutely nothing. Hades was thrilled, and I knew then and there I could never rely on my so-called family for anything, ever again.
I'd like to know a little more about the idols. I am one now, right?
What constitutes a little more in this instance?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from? If an idol is a soul that moves from person to person, it must have started somewhere, right?
Ah, the big question. To which the answer is, nobody knows. I remember the original Persephone only vaguely. Indeed, I'm not even certain she was the original. Was there something before her? How did she get her idol on? I couldn't tell you. Evidently, we wrote little down in those early days, or were forbidden to, and our memories only stretch back so far. Anything beyond that, simply isn't.
Psst. Isn't it strange to not know where you come from? For all you know, the idols could be aliens.
Aliens? Grace, you watch too many movies.
Gods are okay, but aliens are just wacky fiction.
Fine, yes. It is strange. No, our earliest days aren't the only blanks in our memories, however. We have many. And the last was the day Zeus called us all together to tell us Rome had fallen and we should prepare for war. But did that war occur? I couldn't tell you. The last thing I remember after Rome was 1,000 years later, in the 16th century. I was in a different body, feeling as if no time at all had passed. Athena calls that period the gap. And that's what it feels like. All of us experienced it, and not one of us knows why or how.
The gap you mentioned. What was that like? Did you just wake up one day, or...?
I wasn't asleep. I lived. I had lives. I passed on my eidolon. I may have known who I was and what I was, but perhaps I was completely unaware. All I know is that one day, Athena came to my nunnery, near Trieste, I think. The moment that I saw her, all the old memories came flooding back. My life during the gap was wiped away in an instant, and it never returned. If someone did that to us, they were powerful indeed.
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena woke up on her own, or so she claims, and spent the next century rounding up those idols who remained. Zeus, however, was gone. What became of him, what happened in Rome, we've never pieced it together. It's troubling.
Мне кажется, то, что тут нету Зевса, Посейдона, Аиды, это... Мне кажется, они заняли бы все экранное время. Особенно Зевс. Потом я поделюсь по поводу этой игры. Господи, сколько можно раз спрашивать Персефону? Ну.
Tell me more about the war. It seems to have had a huge effect on all of you.
That's putting it mildly.
From Aphrodite's song, I know Ares betrayed everyone. What did you do?
Honestly, after my mother was murdered, I barely remember.
Your mother?
Her name was Demeter. Not truly my mother, but an idol who had always cared for me since the early days. I thought we'd be together forever. Then Ares brought those filthy bastards down on us. Demeter was slain by bullets. Until that day, I had believed we were untouchable.
Why would Ares do that? Did he get anything out of it in the end, or...?
What he got was a final death. A few of us hunted him down and made sure he paid for his betrayal. He choked on his own blood. As for why he did it, who knows? He thought us a lost cause. He wanted glory. He wanted more than we had, living in secret. After that, I don't know. We went from hiding place to hiding place. I didn't even know what Hephaestus had done for us when I found myself on a boat. We might have been gods once, but after the war, we were just refugees, like so many others, fleeing to a distant land.
Was it hard for the idols to come to the new world? It's just a place like any other, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't the place that was hard, it was the fear. We knew we were vulnerable. We knew mortals could and would kill us. Suddenly, there were rules. We had to be secret. We had to stay close together. We huddled in the shadows and quaked each time the mortals so much as breathed in our direction. We couldn't all live that way. Some of us drifted away, faded into the night without so much as an explanation. That's what's been the hard part. Our inevitable decline in a place where we don't belong. We can pass on our eidolons as often as we like, but it will never truly be home.
Tell me more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
We were.
And
if you had told me a decade ago that I would become close to one of the muses, I would have laughed in your face. I always considered them Apollo's creatures. Calliope, Clio, and Talia. Vapid, frivolous gods who handed off their eidolon to any artist who took their fancy. Every time I met one of them, they were someone else. Apollo called them the Sisters of Beauty, no matter their gender. Can you imagine that? That's such a stupid name.
I never thought of that. Do idols change gender a lot?
Well, we tend to seek out successors like ourselves, but it happens. With the muses, it happened frequently. Everywhere Apollo went, they surrounded him like a gaggle of ducklings, just like him to gather his own fans.
If you disliked the muses so much, how did you end up becoming friends with Calliope?
She sought me out. She'd become more and more unhappy on Olympus, so she decided to leave just as I had, long before. Calliope asked for my help, and I laughed in her face. Go ask one of your sycophant mortals, I told her. I mean, surely one of them has some threadbare couch you can sleep on.
Wow.
Typically, she was undeterred. She didn't just want a place to stay. She said she wanted to learn how to be truly independent from an idol who had mastered it. What can I say? I mean, I am a sucker for a well-timed compliment. I took her in. Apollo was furious. He and Calliope were barely speaking, but he was certain she'd come crawling back to Olympus. Oh, it made taking her in all the sweeter.
After you took Calliope in, that's when you became friends?
Well, no, not right away. I wasn't looking for a friend. What I was looking for was an opening act in the club. Calliope entertained here for years, and then eventually turned from performing to attracting new acts. She was in her element. She and I, we warmed up to each other eventually. She was more capable than I expected, and I adored her furious rants.
Calliope didn't seem like the furious type when I met her. That's hard to picture.
Oh, then you didn't really meet her. She was an idealist, and nobody could ever quite live up to her standards for very long. Her brothers and sisters, least of all. The idols needed to change, she said. They were withering away in the shadows, diminished and unwilling to save their own skins. When I joined the chorus, she expected me to change everything, as if I could single-handedly override Athena. I was to be her champion, and together we would bring revolution to the idols. Well, I was yet another disappointment. She left the club, but I gave her a place to live. We were supposed to stay in touch, but you know how it went from there.
Друзья, что-то я прям не могу. Очень затянулось. Это очень все интересно слушать, но это прям что-то затянулось. Я чувствую, как я теряю фокус. Я сижу и просто уже не знаю, чем себя занять. В руках кубик этот специальный со всякими жмакающими штучками. Я сижу, волосы кручу, я сижу в потолок смотрю. Это кошмар, это не такое должен. испытывает стример, да и, в принципе, человек. Поэтому, я думаю, мы договоримся с Персифоной и пойдем в Sims. Перед этим небольшой перерыв. Прям небольшой. Так, ну продолжу слушать.
What happened to the other muses? You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
One of them was, though not like you think. The day we were to leave on the ship, Talia simply never showed up.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never heard from her again. Apollo thrashed about in mourning, but, Talia had been fading away for years. It wasn't a surprise to the rest of us.
What about the other muse, Cleo?
Died long before. A victim at the hands of a mortal man, when she no longer possessed the power to bedazzle him. As I understand it, he kept her in a cage as a pet until her eidolon shriveled up and perished. He was dead before she was.
Ugh, that's pretty dark.
Yes, well, we come by our wariness of mortals honestly, Grace.
That's all I can think of for now. I'll see you around?
Oh, yes. That's where I'll be. Around.
Господи, просто какой-то бесконечный диалог был. Какой кошмар. Так, друзья. Как я сказала, остановимся пока на этом, потому что я прям не могу. У меня фокус просто куда-то улетает. Поэтому хочется с чем-то поактивнее. Встретимся с вами через время. Поэтому тем, кто был на бездомных богах, спасибо, что посидели. Увидимся с вами в следующем стриме, который будет буквально через пару минут. Всем бай-бай!